sit baba, obedient young so baba, obedient young baba, yes, a boma, Cadena, ye, obedient sit baba, no misery, no young share baba, no misery, thing, yeah, boma, Cadena, ye. Some guy, I don't know, yeah. Why am I being famous? Near I survive. It's for me now. I see you. Go back, but I know it's so bad. I'm meant to say, yeah, me too. Me go die, me die. Sorry, no, what about some girl? Hey, I don't think. Body, be sad. Oh, you're me kind. The promise to love me, yeah, well, I know we're so bad, I'm meant to say, yeah, me too. Me go die, me die, no. Sorry, no, what about some girl? See, I make a gymnastic. I feel on the bound. And then I am by and say, me will be papa over here. See, I make a gymnastic. I feel on the bound. I dear about poor Mr. Anderson. Me will be papa over here. Nothing people come for, but you may cheat. Baby, I'm a free, baby, I'm a do. On the airport. Why, no, but me, I as a people come for, but you may cheat. Stand back and take account. On the airport. Wait, yeah, it has to be. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, sex love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, sex love, oh. You told me, say, me got no boy, got everything's gonna be okay. You are the bride to the fire, the miracle working God. You made the blind man to see, you made the crippled man to walk. You are the lily of Galilee. You make it possible, possible. Now bet to me, Yama. Now bet to me, Yama. Oh, bet to me, Yama. Now bet to me, Yama. Oh, bet to me, Yama. Oh, bet to me, Yama.
Ah, that's so amazing. Good evening, beautiful viewers out there. It's so amazing to have you once again back on tonight's show. I'm so happy to have my own daughter tonight, all the way from Ghana, to be with us on the Inside View. And I'm so proud of her, so proud of her for what she's achieved for herself. And in spite of her challenges, she's still carrying on. And tonight, I'm more than excited to have that girl on the Inside View. Welcome on the Inside View, that girl. Good to have you.
Thank you, Mom. Good evening.
Good to see you. Oh, hi, good evening. Good to see you. Um, wow, wow. Um, you know, you were so active, many years ago, and then you just went underground. So, for the sake of those people who do not know that girl, who are you? Who is that girl? And if you could, just tell us a little bit, about your background and the kind of family that you grew up, with or in. Yeah.
Okay, that girl is a musician. I schooled at Domi MA, and I completed JHS. I couldn't continue because I lost my mom,
Ooh,
and that was how I got into music. My one of my friends wanted a female voice in the song, so they told me, and I was like, "Oh, okay, then let me try and see." So they took me to the studio and record, and that is how I got into music. So our first song we released it was Ebony and Samini Mashup. That is my own sponsor, and that is how I got into music. Yes.
wow. So, what is your family background like? The kind of family that you grew up in, because you've told us you lost your mom along the way. Any siblings? I mean, how many siblings do you have?
Yes,
um
we are five. We
you're
are five.
five.
I'm the last born. Yes.
Okay,
So
good to hear
we are
that.
five.
Okay, good to hear that. So what is the strongest memory of your childhood? Because I know you're now 18, so what is the strongest memory of your childhood?
That is my mom. When I lost my mom, yes, that is the biggest memory I almost have every day. Yeah.
By the way, so sorry to hear that your mom has passed on, and it's so sad that she's not here with you to watch you grow up and also to witness the amazing girl that you have become. Yeah, so sorry to hear that. What actually got you into music and what inspired you to do the amazing mashups that you do?
I loved music, and almost every day in school, when I was in school, I used to listen to music. So I don't think nothing. Music itself inspired me. Yes, I inspired myself, and going to studio and seeing how they record and how the sounds and everything. I think that inspired me to do more songs and listening to other people's songs also gives
Hmm.
me
Also inspires you, okay? Um, before we go on, I'll just urge whoever's on the line, I'll urge, my supporters to please share this episode and invite your teenage children to tune in and listen to our sensational Dhat Gyal. She has an amazing story to share, and I know it's going to inspire most of the youth. And so I would just urge anyone online to please share the link and also invite as many people as we can to come and support our beautiful girl. Thank you. Um, Describe, your creative process when you sit down to write your own music. What really comes into your mind when you sit down to write your own music?
um before I write a song, I think of the concept, the type of
Okay.
song I want to write. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, you picture the things around you which fits to be in the song. Maybe I'm writing a life story. What have I gone through? What are the type of things I see around? Yes. So I
Okay.
think you know the concept and what's around you, like what happens in this world. So you can just use any of it to write a song. Yes.
You do because you do a bit of mashup, you do a bit of dance hall, you do a bit of so many things. So, what is the type of music that you typically do?
I do Afro music. I do Afro pop. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, Afro pop, and I think I do high life mostly too. Yes.
Okay, so what about the mashups? Because you do
Okay,
so
the
well with the
mashups.
mashups.
I do the mashups to honor the legends. Yes.
Okay.
I think we have to be doing this when you take one of the olden days song, let's say in an ampedu, you take it,
Mm-hmm.
then you just do it in honor of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I'm doing it for monetary reasons because many people are like, why do you do mashups? And I don't do it for monetary reasons. I just feel like it's good to honor the legends. And
Mm-hmm.
if the system in Ghana here works, the Gamro system works, I think they should be getting money from what I do, like doing their mashups and performing it and all those stuff. I think Gamro should be collecting this royalties to them. So they have to be gaining if I do the mashups. Yes, and I don't think I gain from the mashup. I don't gain from mashups. I just do it for artistic impression and to honor the legends. Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful. So this is a message, to Gumroad. So if
Yeah.
we have any of the Gumroad, online, this is what our princess is saying. I'll take you back again. Um, when you lost your mom, at what age did you actually lose your mom? At what age?
I was 16.
16.
Uh, yes,
So
16.
what are some of the challenges that you went through?
It wasn't easy. You know, when my mom was there, anytime she comes back from work, she brings us food and all those stuffs. Maybe you might need something, you go and ask your mom. You know, that connection was lost. So I felt I had no one, although people were there to support me, but you wouldn't have it as you had your mom.
Mhm.
Anything you would like to discuss with a mom, I don't have such mom to be discussing those things with. So I went through a lot financially and physically. So
Mhm.
it wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy at all. Yeah.
So through that period, what kind of lessons did you learn? Because obviously you were left on your own, isn't it? Trying to fend for yourself. What kind of lessons, even to date, have you learned that you think you can actually share with us? Especially those who think, you know, um, they're entitled to life or to anything, especially your generation. Most of your generation always feel entitled. So, with your own experience, having lost your mom at that very early age, what are some of the life lessons have you learned that you think you can pass it on?
Okay. What I learned is that if you lost a mom or a dad, it's like your life is left for you. So
Mm-hmm,
you are choose to do what you want. And what I would tell my people is, or my age mate is that it's not because your mom is dead you want to, I don't know how to even say it. You want to try to live your life on your. You can live your life on your own, but
mm-hmm,
don't try to mingle with friends who won't help you. Me like this, I went through all this. I tasted the bad side of life. I tried to be friends with some people I wasn't supposed to be friends with. Yes,
good
so it got me into the
trouble.
smoking and all those stuffs. But me realizing myself as a musician, I felt say, oh no, this is not me. I have something to achieve, and
Mm-hmm,
achieving that, I don't think this one will help me because it can bring my career down. So I don't think losing a mom or a dad is not easy, but you have to be strong and know where you are going. If you read the Bible very much, you will see these things are not, how do I even say it? They don't add to life. Yes, so that is all I
good.
can say.
That's amazing. So to any young person out there watching, our daughter or our friend is saying that um, there's nothing you know good out there on the street. So if you think maybe tasting all these devices in terms of drugs and stuff like that will actually take you far, we've got a living testimony who is yet to say that, look, there's no way out of this mess, but rather just run to Christ. Just run to Christ. We didn't grow up with this internet and everything. Here you are with this internet, and now the social media or the internet has made the world a global village. So, in your own opinion, how do you feel the internet has impacted your music?
It did a lot for me. The internet did a lot for me because I got the hit through Facebook actually,
Mm-hmm.
and I just posted and it went viral. Like a day, I was having 50K and above. So I think to me, the internet helped me in bringing my name up. So it's a very good platform for every musician. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about because I know you've been on the street, and obviously you might have certain things that you wouldn't want it to be out there. So now with this internet, that's making everybody holding, their friend or their family or whatever, to ransom based on some secret information they have on them. What do you say to that?
Um,
Because now I don't know, you go on Facebook and it's like, oh, I have this information about you. Oh, it's like, I know so much about you. What do you say to that? Because it's damaging lives, it's destroying, families. What do you say to that?
um, that is why we have to be careful, because if you know you are entering film, or if you are a musician and
Mm-hmm.
you haven't even had the hits, you don't need to be doing things that someone might post this and it will have a bad influence or something
Mm-hmm.
that shouldn't be. I don't. I don't think you should be, maybe news and all those stuffs. You shouldn't be posting those. You shouldn't be sharing. Maybe you are smoking. You shouldn't be, as a musician or as um
An
a
artist.
yes, a public figure. You don't have to be doing those things. And I think the media is now grown to the extent that anyone can just post your stuff without asking permission or anything from
Mm-hmm.
you. So I don't think you should be keeping things that shouldn't be on the internet, on your phone or anything. So it's just you being careful.
I'm so glad you've said that. Do you know what? I've watched most of your interviews, and I realized that it was just geared towards, your past. And do you know what? I just, organized this interview just to encourage you. Don't let anybody hold you down. Don't let anybody hold you to your past, because at the end of the day, we've all got, our past. That, most of the times we are not comfortable, sharing our past. So you're a young, beautiful lady. I want you to hold your head up high. Don't let anybody hold you ransom to your past. When
Thank you.
anybody reminds you of your past, tell them, yes, that was then. I didn't know better. I was ignorant. I was young. I was naive. But now I've seen the light. I have rediscovered myself. And this is me now. So that was in the
Okay.
past. So whatever that girl at that time, this is a new that girl. So I want you to hold your head up high. Okay?
Very much, Mom. I
Good.
will.
Good. So what will you change in the industry if you have the opportunity to do, like to do so?
Okay. I wouldn't change anything, but I just want the system to work. The gum rules and the royalties and all those stuff. It has to work because people are losing, because they've been doing something for so long, and they'll be having these pennies, and all this olden time they weren't something like, online things. You'll be posting your songs and you'll be getting money. So I think this is their time to gain from the royalties. So I think Gamo should work. That is the only problem I have with the industry, and I think it needs to be changed. Yeah.
That's amazing. So, who is your biggest influence in terms of your music career, or who has been your biggest influence? Year to date.
I think myself, because I don't have any biggest.
That's a smart one. That's a smart one.
Myself.
Wow, wow, wow. So what is your biggest advice that you can give out to any young girl or any young boy coming out that might want to follow in your footsteps?
You can follow my footsteps, but please, what I went through, the smoking, the ghettos, the loitering around, please don't take that step because it wouldn't help you. You will lose yourself. Just focus. If you want to do music, please, as I said, don't keep things that might be used against you in the future, and try to be grateful to anyone who helps you. If the person takes you from one step to another step, just tell the person thank you, because this industry needs, you need to be grateful to get people helping you. So that is all I would say. Keep safe. Don't and yeah, how do we even say?
Feel free to
Don't be
speak your
following
language.
friends and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
okay. So I don't think. much friends wouldn't help you to keep
Mm-hmm.
maybe these two people you can work with. If you are choosing a friend, choose a friend from your industry, a friend who is a musician like you, or a friend who is an engineer. Choose someone from your work. Don't choose any outsider. Yes, that is all I can say.
Hmm. So how do you keep your concepts to yourself? Because now with the advent of this internet, if you're not too smart, somebody might steal your ideas. How do you, keep tabs on your ideas?
Um, if I've done a song and I haven't released it, I can't send to someone because it's the only way the person can get me,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe videos or anything. So I just think you have to cut off the connections with someone. I don't know how to say it, but sending it to someone might get the person posted or something like that. So
Mm.
you just don't have to.
Yeah, because we've seen you on bigger platforms, performing. How do you deal with anxiety? Before you mount these bigger platforms, how do you deal with it? Have you got into a situation that you feel, oh, this platform is way too big for me? How do you deal with that kind of performance anxiety?
Sometimes you might get the vim that, oh, this stage, if I go on this stage, I want to do everything on the stage. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the crowd too scares you. You might see the crowd and you'll be like, hey, no, this one I can't. So you just sometimes the people around me help me a lot because they'll be like, oh, wait, your baby is here, you'll be finishing right now, so don't worry, just keep cool. So I think the people around me help me very much. Yes.
That's
So they help me to
amazing. So don't you, get overwhelmed? Because I'm thinking for your age, especially before, you came, back not long ago, and you started music at the age of 16. Have you never been overwhelmed with any, big, like bigger crowd? Have you never been overwhelmed?
Yes, I have. That is the VGMA nominees jam. Yes,
Wow.
yes. When I saw the crowd, I was like, eh. So am I going to perform to all these people? Are these
Hmm.
people waiting for me? And a lot was going through my mind. So yeah.
Okay, so what kind of message do you have for your fans? Because we've got a lot of people online watching you. So if you have any message, to your fans, they are gladly, listening.
I want to thank them very much
Hmm.
and the support they've been giving me. To you, Mom Hagan, what you've been doing, and even calling me here to interview me is a good platform. And I love everyone who has been supporting me since I was there and me coming back again. So I love you all. Please keep supporting and be following me on all my pages, my platforms to see what's new. Yes. So I love you all very much. Thank you.
That's amazing. So where do you see yourself within the next 5 to 10 years? What kind of achievements do you see yourself, achieving, like within the next 5 to 10 years? Because I know you are so talented. You are so amazing. Um,
I I wish a lot for myself,
good.
but my wish will happen if God approves it. So I'm leaving all to God. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So your steps are being ordered by God.
Amen.
Good. That's amazing. That's amazing. So how do you manage your time? Because being in the studio, family life, studying, how do you combine all these things
Um,
and still able to perform? I mean, how do you
I
do it?
I take music as my everything, so I don't think I have issues with coping with the family, and because now I'm in the studio and they all understand it. Yes, so if I have something to do, I can just take off and go. But the music is first in whatever I do. Yes,
Oh, okay. So are you studying at the moment?
yes, I'm into fashion and design.
Oh, that's amazing. So, who's your inspiration? In the fashion industry.
Oh, my mom. My mom is my inspiration. Yeah.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. Um, you know, what would you say has been your biggest mistake in your music, career?
Me leaving the music scene. Yes, I think leaving was my biggest mistake
Why?
because I shouldn't have left the music industry because I was tensed and I was scared. Yes, because of my past, I refused to move on. Yes, yeah. So
Oh,
I think that is my biggest mistake that I left the industry because I gave up.
you gave up.
Yes,
Why was it? Because you were scared, your past,
yes, my
was
past
time to
was
be.
hunting me. Yes,
Oh, wow, wow, wow. That's very, very um sad. I should say sad to hear that. And I'm so glad that you've bounced back, and
thank you, mom.
you've bounced back actually big time. And I I saw you, I think, on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, where have you been? Because you used to do amazing mashups. I mean, that's what I remember you for. And then I just listened to your music. But before that, I had watched some of your interviews, and especially the ones that you use it. You teared up, and I'm thinking, that's too much for you to be. I would say, basically the interviews being just centered on your past, and I think that wasn't too fair on you. And I'm glad that you've picked yourself up, you've dusted yourself, and you are so brave now. And you've said to yourself, "Huh, I'm ready and nothing can stop me." And that's the spirit. That is the spirit. I've got, people here commenting who say, I've got Naomi Asani who says, God bless you, dear. Good advice to the young people out there. And I've got the same Naomi says, the future is what matters, girl. And I've got Apostle Nshirabak Akwesi, who also says we've all got a horrible past. So don't be discouraged and focus on the future. And I've got Dimanguso Kafari Benjamin, and also saying keep up the good work, Nana. So, the comments, keep coming. And these are all encouraging messages for you. And
Thank you
I would
so
just
much.
want to say that we love you and we want to see you so perform. Don't let anybody belittle you,
Okay, mom.
with your past, but just tell yourself, yes, I've done this. I've smoked the weed. I've done this. I've drunk. Everything. Just own it. But just tell them, look, my next step. I'm a brand new girl,
Okay, mom.
and that is what they should actually judge you on, not on your past, because the past is past, and there's nothing that you can do about it. So I want you to keep focus, love yourself,
Okay, mom.
and don't be intimidated by anything. Move on,
Sure.
move
Thank you
on,
very much.
and
Thank you
also
very
be careful with the kind of friends that you surround yourself with. Just be
much. Sure.
careful that yes, and also have good mentors that would always encourage you, and also urge you to do the right things.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I've got Arthur Jane, also from all the way from Canada, saying keep looking up beautiful. That's from another beautiful auntie out there. Also encouraging you. So
Thank you.
um, I I I just want to ask you, what are you going to do? Like your next step. What are you going to do? To keep growing as an artist. What are you going to do?
I think I have to keep learning. Yes,
Hmm.
and that is what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay. So at the moment, do you have any music out there? Ever since you came back, have you been able to launch your own music, or you're still doing the mashups and performing the legends' music?
I've done mashups and I've done my own song, and we have done the video. We shooted the video that is last week, so we are about to release it. Yeah, but the mashup has been released already.
It's been released already.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So if anybody, wants to get in touch with you, where can the person, get hold of you? Do you have any media handles that you want to, put out there? Do you have any numbers that if anybody wants to contact you, yeah, they can, reach you on?
Okay, so my social media handle, the Instagram is that underscore girl underscore Africa, and the Facebook is that girl Africa. YouTube is that girl Africa
Mhm.
official. Yes, and I think that is all. And the contact too. Okay,
Or do we have
that
to
is
contact your
zero
manager?
five.
Okay. No, no, okay, just read the
Okay,
number
that is
out.
0504 329934. 0504 Yes.
Wow. You
So
know,
that is the
that's amazing. Something really fascinates me. That guile. I don't know even whether I'm pronouncing it well. How did you
that
come by that?
yeah.
How did you come by that name?
Okay, a friend gave it to me when I was in school. That is Form 2, JHS 2.
Mhm.
He even wrote it in my notebook. He said I like singing in class, and he was a sound engineer. So he
Mhm.
wanted me to go to studio with him, but I wasn't having the time because of studies and all that. So he gave me the name if only I wanted it, and I was like, oh, okay, I want it. If this is my music name, then I've taken it, and that is how I got the name.
So that girl is your stage name, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So what is your actual name?
My name is Ernestina Aferi.
Ernestina Ferry.
Yes.
Okay, AKA that girl, isn't it? Wow, wow,
Okay.
wow, wow. I'm so delighted to be able to speak into your life.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, so soon the interview, has come to an end, and I would just like to encourage any young girl, any young boy out there that feels lost. That look, you're so young, you are bound to make mistakes. But look, when you commit any mistake, just bounce back. Just tell yourself it's okay to make mistakes. We've all made mistakes, and never allow anybody to hold you to your past, because the past is past. There's nothing you can do about the past. But just dig deep, focus on what you can do, and then and just keep moving. Just keep moving. If you want to go back to the school, yes, you can still go back to the school. If you want to learn any trade or vocation, yes, and just go back. Don't think life your life has come to an end. No, it's wrong, because there's so much life ahead of you. There's so much that you can achieve if only, if only, if only you give yourself the opportunity. Don't lose hope, and don't let anybody hold you to ransom. Don't let anybody. I just brought in that girl to encourage the youth out there, because now the social media is so brutal that the slightest mistake, it's like, your whole world is turned upside down. And we don't want to raise a generation who might be feeling so um, dejected, and also, discouraged, thinking that because of the little mistake that they made, maybe 2 3 years down the line, they are not worth living anymore. It's wrong. It's wrong. Let us encourage our youth. Let us encourage our young ones, because they are our next future leaders. They are our next future leaders. So if a child actually commits any mistake, just bring them closer to you. Pray for them, advise them, and encourage them, instead of just holding on. I'll say, look, they are passed against them. It's not right. Now you have a lot of young, boys and young girls having a lot of mental issues due to some of these things. And I personally don't think it's fair on them. 16, 17, 18 years, the mistakes that you commit. I mean, to me, it's normal. It's normal. And we shouldn't judge these younger generation by their mistakes. It's not fair on them. It's not fair on them. Because most of them are extremely talented, but because of the few errors that they committed 2-3 years down the line, they're scared. They are scared to come out. They're scared to come out. And are we going to let them, lose themselves? Are we just going to, just allow them to lose who they are because of the few mistakes that they've committed? I don't think it's right. So Dhat Gyal, I encourage you to forge on and keep focused. And keep focused. And if there's any, I chanced upon this afternoon, and I just want to, read this to any parent, any guardian, or any foster parent watching me. It goes, when children commit mistakes, it says patience is the key, especially when dealing with their emotions. It says, in heated moments, it goes, use heated moments to connect and talk instead of escalating the situation. And that's the truth. And says, understand that children are trying to be their best. So we should learn to accept rather than judge when they hit the wall or are in a distressed situation. And also it goes to say that talk to your kids about their feelings and have a dialogue about their actions. Do this by asking questions and validating their experiences. Because we have a lot of children who do not have parents to talk to. Some of them, they have, most of them live either with one of the parents. In her situation, she lost her mom, so she was just left on her own. So obviously, she fell into that wrong, company. So it's not fair on her to be charged by her past. So if anyone watching me, it's high time we encouraged, the younger generation to do exploits rather than just, destroying them with their past. So on that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you, Dhat Gyal, for your time, the side view, and also viewers out there. Thank you so much for your continued support. And also thank you so much for your comments and also for your time. Yeah, I'll say, like on tonight's episode. Thank you so much. So we will end with one of her, music. So stay tuned and enjoy. And on that note, I'd like to say thank you to everybody and see you same time. Bye.
Got a messy, yeah, got a messy. Hey, Dhat Gyal. Hey, a lot of girls wanna corner you, hey. But the truth of the matter is, they bother me, hey. Cause I dey see for your eyes, I dey see, say, we are done, hey. We are done. When the sun of me on ya, hey. You took my hands far away, yeah. Nobody, boy, nobody, no, nobody. Baby, I'm a come and a cup, nobody, boy, nobody, no, nobody, hey. Pretty time and the boss on me who say I wanna me. So I don't need the prophet to tell me say when I measure. Hey, me when I'm with the company, me who ya me who ya There's one thing I know and I know that I not believe you. Give me my heart you want by your swag I take again. The things that do I lie and I